Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about something that we all have the power to do, but not everyone chooses to do. Something that can transform the course of your life, your family, your community, and even future generations. It's the kind of change that doesn't just happen on its own. You don't wait for it. You create it. You make the decision to stand up, to take action, and to be the one who breaks the cycle, to be the one who changes your family story. You see, every family has its story. You know the story I'm talking about, the history passed down through generations, the triumphs and the struggles, the things that have shaped who we are today. Some of these stories are full of victories, but others may be filled with pain, loss, or hardship. You've seen it in your own family. Maybe you felt it deep down inside yourself. But let me tell you this, you are not bound by that story. You have the power to rewrite it, to be the one who changes the narrative. The first thing I need you to understand is that it all starts with you. It starts with your mindset. You have to believe that it is possible to change. You have to believe that you deserve more. You have to know that no matter where you come from, no matter what your past looks like, your future is yours to shape. I'm talking about a mindset shift, to shift from seeing yourself as a product of your environment to recognizing that you are the creator of your destiny. If you're waiting for someone else to change your circumstances for you, you're going to be waiting a long time. Change doesn't come from the outside in, it comes from the inside out. It's the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the discipline you apply that will determine your path. And here's the thing, when you make the decision to change your story, it's going to take hard work. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take pushing yourself past your limits and doing the things that others aren't willing to do. But the rewards on the other side are worth every ounce of effort. Now, I want to talk about the importance of knowing where you come from. Your roots are important. They shape who you are and where you draw strength from. But don't get it twisted. While your past is part of your foundation, it does not have to be the thing that defines you. You don't have to carry the weight of your family's mistakes, your community's struggles, or society's injustices on your shoulders for the rest of your life. You can choose to rise above it, to create a new path for yourself. You can choose to be the one who changes your family story. Changing the narrative isn't just about getting ahead for yourself. It's about paving the way for the people who come after you. It's about showing the next generation that they don't have to settle for mediocrity. You have to be the example of what's possible. You have to show them that hard work pays off, that discipline leads to success, and that perseverance in the face of adversity is not just a choice, it's a necessity. But in order to change the story, you have to be willing to do things differently. You can't keep doing what you've always done and expect a different result. If you want to break free from the patterns that have held your family back, you have to take bold action. It means making decisions that will scare you. It means stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things that seem impossible. You can't just talk about change, you have to live it. There's a saying I love, if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. Too many people spend their lives complaining about the way things are, but never take the steps necessary to create change. They wait for the right moment, for the perfect conditions, or for someone else to make the first move. But that's not how change happens. You've got to step up. You've got to be the one to make the difference. You've got to break the cycle. And listen, it's not going to be easy. There will be challenges. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you feel like quitting, days when the odds are stacked against you, days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But let me tell you something, those are the days that matter the most. Those are the moments that define your character. When you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you don't think you can take another step, that's when you have to dig deep. That's when you have to remember why you started. That's when you have to tap into that strength inside of you and keep moving forward, even when everything around you says to quit. It's in those moments that your true potential is revealed. When you keep pushing, even when it hurts, you're building the resilience that will carry you to the next level. The success you're looking for isn't found in the easy moments, it's found in the struggle. So when life gets tough, when the road gets rough, don't back down. Stand up and fight for your future. Fight for the future of your family. Now, I want to talk about a key ingredient in changing your family story, your mindset toward failure. Too many people see failure as something to be avoided. Something to be avoided, something that defines them if they don't succeed right away. But failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's the opportunity to learn, to grow, to try again. It's a stepping stone to success. You can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to try and fall short. You can't be afraid to get knocked down, because that's where the growth happens. You only fail when you quit. So when you fall, get back up. When you fail, get back up. When you make mistakes, learn from them and get back up. I need you to understand this: failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of the process. Every successful person, every person who has ever changed their family story has faced failure. They faced rejection, disappointment, and obstacles. But what separates them from the rest is their willingness to keep going, to keep pushing, and to keep learning. So when you face failure, and don't let it break you, let it fuel you. Let it motivate you to work harder, to come back stronger, to rise above it. Failure is not your enemy, it's your teacher. And if you're smart, you'll learn from it. But there's something else you need to understand. When it comes to changing your story, you cannot do it alone. I know that self-reliance is important, but you don't get anywhere of real significance without the help of others. You need a support system, a group of people who believe in you, who push you to be better, and who hold you accountable. You need mentors who will show you the way, and you need friends who will lift you up when you're down. You can't change the story of your family by isolating yourself from the people who can help you along the way. You need community. You need connection. You need to surround yourself with people who will challenge you to grow, who will support you when things get tough, and who will celebrate with you when you achieve success. I'm not saying you need to rely on others to do the work for you. I'm saying you need to find the right people who will help you tap into your potential and push you when you feel like giving up. You need the kind of people who will believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. It's important to remember that the path to success is not a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and detours. Sometimes you'll go down a road that seems promising, only to find that it's not the right one for you. Other times you'll face a setback that feels like it's going to set you back for good. But here's the thing: no setback is permanent. You have the power to overcome anything. You have the ability to bounce back. Don't let the setbacks define you. Let them refine you. Let them be the moments that shape you into the person you need to become in order to change your family story. Keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing. And as you change your story, remember this: you are not just doing it for yourself. You are doing it for everyone who came before you and for everyone who will come after you. You are changing the future, not just for your family, but for your family, but for your community. You are breaking the chains of limitation and opening doors for those who will follow in your footsteps. You are showing them that they too can rewrite their story. So today I want you to make a commitment. A commitment to be the one who changes your family story. A commitment to do whatever it takes to create the life you deserve. A commitment to stand tall, to rise above the challenges, and to never, ever give up. Because the story doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. And you are the one who is going to write the next chapter. You are the one who is going to be remembered. So go out there and make it count. You've got this. The power to change your family story starts with you. It's about changing your mindset and recognizing that you have the ability to reshape your future and the future of those who come after you. You are the creator of your destiny. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Don't be afraid to fail. Use it as a stepping stone to learn, grow, and keep moving forward. The key is to keep getting up after setbacks and to see failure as an opportunity to improve. Changing your story requires taking bold actions and stepping outside your comfort zone. You can't expect different results by doing the same things. Success comes from making different choices and taking the necessary risks to break free from old patterns. No one changes their story alone. Surround yourself with a supportive community of mentors, friends, and family who believe in you and challenge you to be better. Collaboration and accountability are essential to success. Success requires perseverance in the face of adversity. The journey to change is filled with challenges, but it's those moments of hardship that build resilience. Keep pushing forward, and remember, your perseverance is what will ultimately change the course of your family's history. It's easy to look at the circumstances of our lives and point to external factors, our environment, the people around us, the things that have happened to us, and use them as excuses for why we haven't achieved our goals or changed the direction of our lives. But the moment we begin to do this, we give away our power. The moment we start blaming the world, our past, or anyone else, we are telling ourselves that we don't have control over our own lives. But here's the truth: you are the one who holds the key to change. If you want to alter the trajectory of your life, the responsibility lies solely with you. The idea that you have to wait for the right moment, the perfect conditions, or for someone to come and pull you out of your circumstances is a lie. Real change, the kind of change that lasts and creates a ripple effect for generations, starts with making a decision to take responsibility. It's about recognizing that no matter what happened to you in the past, no matter what has been done to you, the future is still yours to shape. The power to make that change lies within you. Taking responsibility for change is a mindset shift. It's no longer about hoping that things will magically improve. It's about realizing that change isn't something that happens to you, it's something that happens to you. It's something that you actively create. It starts with taking ownership of your actions, your decisions, and the role that you play in your own life story. Too often, people wait for outside forces to intervene, but real empowerment comes from recognizing that you have the agency to decide how things will unfold. The things that happen to us don't have to dictate how we respond. And the stories we've been told about our past don't have to be the stories we pass down. Taking responsibility doesn't mean that you dismiss your past or ignore the challenges you faced. It doesn't mean that you pretend everything has been easy or that you deny the obstacles that have been in your way. No, what it means is that you choose to be bigger than those obstacles. You choose to see them not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. You acknowledge that while you can't control what happens around you, you can control how you respond to those situations. Your response is your choice. Your mindset is your choice. Your actions are your choice. It's also important to understand that taking responsibility is not the same as shouldering blame. Too often, people confuse responsibility with guilt. We think that if we accept responsibility for where we are somehow saying that it's all our fault, or that we've made irreversible mistakes. But the truth is, taking responsibility is the first step to reclaiming control over your life. It's about taking ownership of your future, not allowing your past to dictate the choices you make moving forward. When you own your choices, you empower yourself to make better ones, to change the direction of your life, and to stop playing the victim of circumstances. This idea of responsibility isn't just limited to our personal lives, it stretches across every area. It's the responsibility to show up for your family, your community, and your future. It's about deciding that you are not going to be the person who hands down the same story of struggle and limitation to the next generation. Instead, you choose to be the person who breaks the cycle. The person who shows others that they can create a better life through their own choices, through their own actions. In taking responsibility for change, you also have to let go of the victim mentality. The idea that things happen to you and that you have no power in the matter is toxic and limiting. This mentality keeps people stuck, keeps them from growing, keeps them from reaching their full potential. When you take responsibility for change, you let go of that narrative. You let go of the belief that your circumstances define you. You start to understand that you are not at the mercy of the world, but that you have the power to create the world you want to live in. It's about shifting from a mindset of helplessness to a mindset of possibility. It's not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when it feels like the weight of the world is too heavy to bear. There will be times when it feels like you're pushing against an unrelenting tide, when every step forward feels like it takes 10 steps back. But I promise you this, your efforts are never wasted. Every small change, every decision you make to act differently, to think differently, to show up differently, it matters. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's the compound effect of all those small decisions that will lead to the bigger transformation. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging that success doesn't come without sacrifice. It's not about finding an easy path or a shortcut. It's about doing the work even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the world around you is telling you to give up. When you decide to take responsibility for your life, you're not just accepting the good things that come your way, you're also accepting the challenges, the obstacles, and the lessons that will make you stronger. One of the most powerful things about taking responsibility is that it doesn't just change your life, it changes everything around you. When you take ownership of your actions, when you choose to rise above your circumstances, it sends a message to everyone around you. It shows your family, your friends, your community that there is always a choice. There is always a way to change. Your actions become a reflection of what's possible. You set an example for others to follow, and in doing so, you begin to shift the narrative for future generations. They will see that it's possible to break free from the limitations of the past and that they too can take responsibility for their own lives. But this doesn't happen overnight. Change is a gradual process. It's about consistency and commitment. It's about staying the course even when it feels like no progress is being made. Even when it seems like you're stuck in the same place, the small, intentional steps you take today will add up over time. And when you look back, you'll realize that all those moments of taking responsibility for change have led to something greater than you could have imagined. Taking responsibility for change is also about setting boundaries. It's about deciding what you will no longer tolerate in your life and making the necessary adjustments. Sometimes change means letting go of people, places, or things that no longer serve you. It means clearing out the distractions, the negativity, and the toxic influences that hold you back from reaching your potential. You have to be willing to protect your peace and your vision for the future. You have to make tough decisions in order to create the space for growth. In the process of taking responsibility for change, you'll also encounter fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It's natural to be afraid when you're venturing into uncharted territory, but you cannot let fear control you. Fear is not an enemy, it's a signal that you're on the verge of something important. The moment you feel fear is often the moment you are closest to your breakthrough. Embrace it, use it as fuel to push yourself even harder. Fear will try to keep you comfortable, to keep you where you are, but growth happens outside of your comfort zone. And it's in those moments of fear that you have to make the decision to take responsibility and keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles. Taking responsibility for change is the beginning of transformation. It's the first step toward a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. It's about deciding that you will no longer accept the circumstances of your past or the limitations that have been imposed on you. You have the power to create a new story for yourself, one that is filled with possibility, hope, and achievement. It all starts with you. It all starts with taking ownership, making the decision to change, and committing to the journey. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your life, you unlock the door to a future that you never thought possible. So take that first step. It's time to write the next chapter. I understand that you are asking for an expansion of the previous content, focusing on the concept of taking responsibility for change. Let me expand it further as per your request. Taking responsibility for change is one of the most empowering choices we can make in our lives. It shifts the burden of blame away from external circumstances and places it squarely where it should be, on our own shoulders. And while it may feel daunting at first, the moment you accept full ownership of your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your life, you take back the power that has always been yours. You stop waiting for change to happen and instead become the catalyst for that change. You stop waiting for someone else to decide your fate and take control of your own story. So what does it mean to take responsibility for change? It means you no longer look at your situation and say, I can't. It means you look at your circumstances, good or bad, and say, I will make this work. You shift from being reactive to being proactive. The beauty of taking responsibility is that you realize the power you have within yourself to change, no matter where you come from or what has happened in your past. The choices you make today determine the direction of your future. That's why this isn't just about changing your life, it's about changing the lives of everyone connected to you, your family, your community, and even generations that come after you. But let's be clear. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you have to pretend that things are perfect or that the road to change will be without obstacles. No, there will be challenges, there will be setbacks, mistakes, and even moments where you feel like giving up. But the key is in how you respond to those challenges. When you take responsibility for change, you acknowledge that setbacks are part of the process. Instead of viewing obstacles as reasons to quit, you see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust your course. You start to recognize that nothing in life is permanent, not even the hardships you face. The struggles are just temporary roadblocks, and you have the power to get past them. The decision to take responsibility is, at its core, a decision to move forward. Too often people allow themselves to stay stuck in the past, holding on to old habits, old thinking, and the old stories they've been told about who they are. But when you decide to take responsibility, you free yourself from those limiting beliefs. You stop identifying with the past as if it were an unchangeable fact. Instead, you start seeing the present as a place of endless possibility. You realize that no matter how many mistakes you've made or how many setbacks you've encountered, you are never too far gone to change. Your past does not have to define your future. One of the most important things to understand about taking responsibility for change is that it's a personal commitment. It requires you to look at your life and say, I am the one who is responsible for my success, my happiness, and my future. And the moment you take responsibility for your own life, you stop waiting for someone else to come along and fix things for you. You stop waiting for external circumstances to line up perfectly. You stop waiting for permission. You make the decision to create your own path, even if that means walking through uncertainty, discomfort, and difficulty. But when you take responsibility, you are no longer just a passenger in your life, you become the driver. Taking responsibility means choosing to do the hard things. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and choosing to grow, even when growth feels painful. It means sacrificing short-term comforts for long-term gains. Taking responsibility means understanding that while life is unpredictable, how you respond to it is something you can control. You choose to be intentional about your actions, to be focused on your goals, and to never lose sight of the bigger picture. It's about taking ownership of your choices, knowing that every choice you make, whether big or small, shapes your future. When you take responsibility for your life, it's not just about acknowledging what's not working. It's about recognizing that you have the power to create something better. You start to understand that your circumstances don't have to hold you back. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we are victims of our circumstances, that we don't have control over the events of our lives. But when you take responsibility for change, you realize that you are always in control of your response to what happens to you. Life may not always go as planned, but you are never powerless in how you choose to react. This means that if you want to change your life, you must change how you think, how you behave, and how you approach the challenges you face. Change begins in your mind. If you don't believe that you can change, then it will be difficult for you to take any meaningful action. But once you believe that change is possible, that you have the power to reshape your life, that's when the transformation begins. It's a shift from being passive to being active, from letting life happen to you to making life happen for you. And in this process, you start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to view challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Taking responsibility for change also means taking full accountability for your mistakes. It's not about being perfect, it's about being willing to own up to your failures and learn from them. The people who succeed are the ones who embrace failure as part of the process, who accept that mistakes are not the end, but a part of the journey. The moment you take responsibility for your actions, whether they led to success or failure, you free yourself from shame, guilt, and regret. Instead of feeling weighed down by past mistakes, you recognize them for what they are, lessons that will help you move forward. And when you do, you start to see failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a chance to get better, to try again, and to keep moving toward your goals. When you accept responsibility, you also realize that you can't wait for the perfect circumstances to act. If you keep waiting for everything to be just right, if you wait for all the stars to align, you'll never take the first step. The truth is, The perfect time rarely exists. The right moment to change is now. It's about being willing to step out on faith, to take risks, and to believe that the steps you take today will lead you to where you need to be tomorrow. You don't wait for everything to be perfect. You move forward with what you have, knowing that you can adapt, adjust, and make progress along the way. Taking responsibility for change is about seeing yourself as the agent of transformation, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others. As you change, you create a ripple effect in your family, your community, and even your professional circle. Your commitment to change sets an example for others to follow. When you decide to rise above your circumstances, to work hard, to push through the hard times, you give others the courage to do the same. You start a chain reaction that can affect generations to come. You show them that it's possible to rewrite the story of your life. There's no magic formula for change. It's not about finding a quick fix or a shortcut. It's about making a decision to do the hard work, to stay the course, and to keep pushing forward even when things seem impossible. It's about taking ownership of your life, your choices, and your destiny. The road to change is not always smooth, but it's always worth it. And every step you take, every decision you make, and every action you take brings you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Taking responsibility for change is the first step toward transforming your life, and it's a journey worth taking. It's a journey that requires courage, commitment, and persistence. But when you choose to own your life and your future, you are not just changing yourself, you are changing the world around you. It all starts with you. And once you make that decision, nothing can stop you from achieving the life you deserve. Making bold, purposeful decisions is one of the most powerful ways you can take control of your life. Every decision you make shapes the person you will become. Every choice you make determines the path that your life will take. We live in a world where so many people wait for opportunities to fall into their laps, for someone to hand them the answers, or for the perfect moment to act. The truth is, there is no perfect time. The perfect moment to act is now. Bold, purposeful decisions are not about waiting for the right circumstances, but about creating those circumstances through deliberate and focused action. It is about standing up and saying, I am going to make something happen today, no matter what. Bold decisions are not made out of impulsiveness or recklessness. They come from a place of clarity and understanding. A bold decision is not about acting on a whim, but about aligning your choices with a clear vision of your future. It requires purpose. When you make decisions that are aligned with your purpose, you are moving with direction, not randomness. You are moving with intention, and you are conscious of the consequences of your actions. Bold decisions don't just affect the present, they influence the trajectory of your entire life. And when you start making those decisions with purpose, everything else begins to fall into place. One of the most powerful things about making bold decisions is that it forces you to confront your fears. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone. It's easy to keep doing what you know, to stick with what feels safe and familiar. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you step outside of it. Bold decisions require you to take risks, to make choices that might feel uncertain. But those are the decisions that lead to real growth. When you challenge yourself to make those decisions, you begin to expand your limits and push past what you thought was possible. It's about doing things that scare you, but doing them anyway, because you know that on the other side of fear lies freedom and opportunity. Purposeful decisions come from knowing what you stand for. They come from a deep understanding of your values, your vision, and your goals. Without purpose, decisions are scattered and directionless. Purpose acts as a compass that guides every decision you make. When you know who you are and where you want to go, the decisions you need to make become clear. Purpose provides the clarity that helps you say no to distractions, no to things that don't align with your goals, and yes to the things that will move you closer to where you want to be. When you make decisions with purpose, you are no longer drifting through life. You are driving the course of your future with confidence and conviction. Bold decisions are not about being reckless. They are about being bold enough to follow your instincts, trust your inner wisdom, and go after what you want, even when it doesn't seem easy or when others doubt you. They are decisions that require courage because you know that what's at stake is your future. Bold decisions may seem intimidating at first, but they are what set apart those who reach their full potential from those who stay stuck. You cannot wait for opportunities to come to you. You must go out and create them. And sometimes the best way to do that is to make decisions that seem intimidating, choices that push you into new, uncharted territory. These decisions force you to grow, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and ultimately to transform your life. A bold decision can be something as simple as choosing to change your mindset, or it can be as monumental as deciding to leave a job or a relationship that no longer serves you. Bold decisions are personal, and they don't look the same for everyone. The key is to make decisions that move you closer to your purpose, even if those decisions feel uncomfortable or risky. It's about knowing that taking action, even imperfect action, is far better than sitting idle, waiting for a perfect set of circumstances to line up. When you make bold, purposeful decisions, you take responsibility for the direction of your life. You stop letting outside forces dictate your path. You stop relying on other people's opinions or societal expectations to tell you what your life should look like. Instead, you start listening to your inner voice. You trust your gut, your intuition, and your heart. You recognize that you are the one who has the power to shape your future. And you are not going to let fear or uncertainty hold you back from achieving your dreams. Bold decisions come from the belief that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. You make those decisions because you understand that you have the potential to create the life you want, but it will take action, determination, and courage. Boldness isn't always about making dramatic, life-altering decisions. Sometimes it's about the small, everyday choices that align with your bigger vision. It's about saying no to distraction, saying yes to opportunities for growth, and doing things that are hard in the short term because they will pay off in the long term. Bold decisions often require sacrifice. They require willingness to give up short-term comfort for long-term gain. Whether it's working late to finish a project, staying disciplined in your daily routines, or even making financial sacrifices to invest in yourself, bold decisions require you to prioritize the bigger picture over immediate satisfaction. There's an undeniable power in making decisions that are not just bold, but purposeful. Purpose infuses your decisions with meaning. It gives them weight and significance. When you make decisions based on purpose, you are not just reacting to life, you are responding with intention. Purpose is what fuels you when things get tough. It's what keeps you going when the road gets hard and the finish line feels far away. Without purpose, decisions are just actions. But with purpose, decisions become a vehicle for change. They become the foundation upon which you build your dreams. The first step in a journey toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. One of the greatest challenges that many people face in making bold, purposeful decisions is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Fear is a natural human instinct, but it should never be allowed to control you. Fear will always try to keep you safe, but safety doesn't lead to growth. Bold decisions are made in the presence of fear, but they are not dictated by it. Instead of letting fear stop you, you learn to use it as fuel. You recognize that fear is a signal that you are about to do something important, something meaningful. And when you understand that, you no longer fear fear itself. You lean into it. You take the leap, even when you don't have all the answers, because you trust that you are capable of figuring it out along the way. Making bold decisions with purpose also requires resilience. Not every decision will lead to immediate success. Not every step will be easy. But that's okay. Resilience is the ability to keep going, even when things don't go according to plan. It's about adjusting, pivoting, and learning from your mistakes. Bold decisions are not just about having the courage to make the initial choice, they are about having the resilience to keep going when the going gets tough. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. But with purpose, you will have the inner strength to navigate those obstacles. You will understand that failure is not the end, but a part of the process. You will keep making decisions even when things get hard because you are driven by a purpose that's bigger than any temporary setback. In making bold decisions, you must also understand that not everyone will support you. People may question your choices, doubt your vision, or try to convince you to play it safe, but your purpose is yours alone. Your decisions are a reflection of your own desires, your own dreams, and your own sense of what's possible. You cannot let other people's fears or opinions determine your future. When you make bold, purposeful decisions, you are trusting yourself, trusting your vision, and trusting the process. You must be willing to go against the grain and carve your own path. You may be met with resistance, but that resistance is often a sign that you are on the right track. Bold decisions are also about taking ownership of your time. In today's world, there are endless distractions. There is always something vying for our attention: social media, news obligations, and other people's demands. But when you make purposeful decisions, you decide how you spend your time. You prioritize the things that are important to you. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your goals and focus your energy on the things that will move you forward. Time is your most valuable resource, and when you make bold decisions, you make the most of it. You decide that you will not allow time to slip away without doing something meaningful with it. Bold, purposeful decisions are not always easy. They require courage, conviction, and resilience. They require you to step out of your comfort zone, trust your instincts, and keep moving forward even when things get tough. But when you make those decisions, you are shaping your future in a way that is aligned with your deepest values and your truest vision. You are stepping into the life you were meant to lead. And when you look back on your journey, you'll realize that every bold, purposeful decision you made was the key that unlocked your potential and turned your dreams into reality. Support and community are fundamental aspects of success, growth, and fulfillment in any individual's life. They are the foundation that allows people to rise above their challenges, overcome obstacles, and reach their full potential. No matter how determined, talented, or ambitious you are, it's nearly impossible to succeed or thrive without a support system in place. Humans are social creatures. We are wired to connect, help, and encourage one another. When we are surrounded by a community that believes in us and supports our goals, the possibilities for growth and achievement are limitless. Without support, it becomes much more difficult to navigate through life's inevitable challenges. At the core of any successful individual is a network of people who contribute to their journey. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, mentors, or even like-minded strangers, the presence of others is essential for creating a sense of belonging and purpose. Support provides emotional sustenance in times of hardship, practical help in moments of need, and wisdom when faced with difficult decisions. No person is an island. Everyone needs someone to lean on, to share their triumphs with, and to help them through difficult times. Having a strong support network is not just about receiving help, it's also about contributing to others. It's about being there for someone else, offering encouragement or sharing knowledge. The exchange of support creates a dynamic that is mutually beneficial, strengthening both the giver and the receiver. When people come together in community, they share common goals and values. This shared sense of purpose fosters cooperation, collaboration, and the willingness to invest in each other's success. A community of like-minded individuals creates a positive environment where everyone pushes each other to be better, to strive harder, and to achieve their dreams. Being part of a community that shares your values can be incredibly empowering. It serves as a reminder that you are not alone, that your struggles are understood, and that your successes are celebrated by others. This sense of solidarity builds resilience, helping people overcome setbacks and stay committed to their goals. It also inspires others to take action, to take risks, and to pursue their own dreams with confidence. One of the most important aspects of support and community is the emotional stability it provides. Life is filled with ups and downs, and without the emotional support of others, it can be incredibly challenging to cope with the difficult moments. Having people to turn to in times of crisis can be a lifeline. Whether it's someone to listen, offer advice, or simply provide a comforting presence, emotional support helps individuals process their emotions and stay grounded. It allows people to vent their frustrations, share their fears, and find clarity in moments of uncertainty. When people feel understood and accepted, they are more likely to persevere through difficult times, knowing they have the emotional backing of others. This emotional strength is critical for building resilience, as it helps individuals bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward despite setbacks. In addition to emotional support, community also provides practical support. This could be in the form of knowledge sharing, mentorship, or even just physical assistance when needed. When you have a strong support system, you can turn to others for advice, guidance, and information that can help you make informed decisions. Whether it's navigating a career change, starting a business, or dealing with a personal challenge, the insights and experience of others can help you avoid mistakes and make better choices. A mentor can offer advice that you might not have considered, helping you see things from a different perspective and make more informed decisions. Similarly, having access to a community of peers can provide a wealth of knowledge that you can draw from, giving you the tools and resources you need to succeed. This practical support is essential, as it empowers individuals to take decisive action and move closer to their goals with confidence. Support and community also play a crucial role in personal development. Personal growth is often a reflection of the relationships we have with others. When you surround yourself with people who encourage you to grow, challenge you to think critically, and hold you accountable, you are more likely to succeed in your personal development journey. A supportive community can offer constructive feedback, helping you identify areas for improvement and celebrate your progress. It also provides a safe space where you can express your thoughts and feelings, knowing that you will be heard and respected. In a community, personal growth is often accelerated because the collective energy of like-minded individuals creates an environment where everyone is motivated to be the best version of themselves. The encouragement and accountability provided by others help individuals push past their limits, take risks, and unlock their true potential. Moreover, communities provide a sense of belonging and purpose that is critical for mental well-being. People who feel isolated or disconnected often struggle with feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression. Having a support system helps combat these negative feelings by fostering a sense of connection and camaraderie. When individuals are part of a community, they feel valued, seen, and heard. This sense of belonging is vital for mental health because it reinforces the idea that we are not alone in our struggles. We are all part of something bigger than ourselves, and we can lean on others when needed. This emotional safety net provides comfort and reduces the stress that comes with facing life's challenges alone. The power of support and community also extends to the idea of accountability. Being part of a supportive community often means being held accountable for your actions, goals, and decisions. When you share your aspirations with others, you invite them to keep you on track. Accountability can be a powerful motivator as it creates a sense of responsibility to the people who are cheering you on. Knowing that others are invested in your success encourages you to stay focused and committed to your goals. It also fosters a sense of pride in accomplishing something that benefits not just you, but the community as a whole. Accountability in a community helps individuals stay disciplined, work harder, and remain dedicated to their personal and collective growth. There is also strength in diversity within a community. Being part of a community that consists of individuals from different backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences broadens one's understanding of the world. It encourages open-mindedness and empathy, as it requires individuals to listen, learn, and respect differences. Diversity within a community enriches the collective experience by providing multiple viewpoints and problem-solving approaches. It also fosters creativity, as people from different walks of life bring unique ideas, skills, and expertise to the table. This diversity of thought leads to innovation and the ability to tackle challenges in new and unexpected ways. Communities that embrace diversity create an environment where everyone has something valuable to contribute, which strengthens the group as a whole. Another important aspect of support and community is the sense of encouragement it provides. Often, when pursuing a goal or dream, it can be easy to feel discouraged or defeated when things don't go according to plan. The weight of self-doubt can be overwhelming and the journey can feel isolating. But when you have a support system in place, the encouragement of others can lift you up when you fall. They remind you of your strengths, your potential, and your ability to overcome obstacles. Encouragement from others acts as a constant reminder that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. It provides the motivation to keep going, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or difficult. With the encouragement of a supportive community, you are more likely to persevere, continue striving toward your goals, and find success. Ultimately, support and community create an environment where individuals can thrive. When people have a strong support network, they are more likely to take risks, step outside their comfort zones, and pursue their dreams with confidence. A supportive community provides the safety, guidance, and resources needed to face life's challenges, and it helps individuals grow and evolve into the best versions of themselves. Community also fosters collaboration and connection, allowing people to work together toward shared goals. In a world that can sometimes feel divided and disconnected, building a strong support system and being part of a community is more important than ever. The power of support cannot be underestimated. It is the fuel that propels individuals forward and the foundation that sustains them through their journey. When we come together in support of one another, we unlock our collective potential. We create a network of strength that allows us to overcome adversity and achieve the extraordinary. In times of struggle, support and community are the lifelines that keep us going. They remind us that we are never truly alone. Through the power of support and connection, we rise together, stronger and more resilient than we could ever be on our own.